Hello my loves. I thought this week we could do something a little bit different. I haven't done one of these in a hot minute, so I thought we could do a full day of eating and training since I'm back in routine. Every day is sort of the same and I'm not traveling, but I am soon, so I'm really excited to bring you guys along when that is happening. But yeah, I thought I could give you guys a little updated routine video. So for those that don't know me, I am a beach sprinter. Basically it's just like your normal track and field but on the sand, which is just as hard as it sounds. And I don't know why 4-year-old me decided to run on sand instead of track, but here we are 20 years later and I love it. And that's what I train for. Pretty much I race over the Australian summer, which is around November to April, and then all the months in between I'm doing pre-season and really just putting in the work. And that's exactly what I'm at now because it's currently end of August, so approaching race season but still very much in the depths of just training hard and building a really good foundation to transfer to hopefully a nice fast race season over summer. Training wise, I do 3 sessions on the track, 3 sessions in the gym, and then in summer that sort of changes to 3 sessions on the track, a race day, and then 2 sessions in the gym. So it's pretty much a nice even split of the both, and everything I do in the gym is to supplement what I do on the track. So track comes first, gym is just to keep me powerful, strong, and uninjured. Right now, I'm not training for anything in particular. I'm just sort of training for my upcoming race season. But ultimately, every year I am training for my Australian Nationals, which is normally the first week of April. Now for my approach to nutrition. So I don't track my calories, but I have worked with a sports dietitian in the past, and I sort of, everything I eat, portion size wise, is based off what I was prescribed by her. It's pretty much all like I am training for performance, I'm also eating for performance, and yeah, to have obviously energy throughout the day, but to also support my training sessions and really just get the most out of everything I'm doing on the track and in the gym by fueling correctly. And on the topic of tracking, I don't cut or bulk or follow any specific diet. I literally just eat to train my best and also just feel my best as well. So it's a nice balance of performance and I guess health. Even if you're not an athlete, I just feel there's so much noise in the fitness industry about, are you cutting, are you bulking, and it always has to be one or the other. But this is just your reminder that you can also just eat and you don't have to be eating in a way to change your physique. And that's sort of, I guess, how I eat. It's just to train my best. I personally prioritize whole foods as much as possible just because it makes me feel so good and it's improved my health in so many ways. But I feel as an athlete, there's a little awkward fine line where you obviously want to eat whole foods and feel your best, but you also have super high energy demands, and sometimes you need to lean on processed foods to hit those energy demands. For example, if on race day I need a really quick hit of carbs before an event, I could either eat a bunch of dates or bananas and have to eat quite a lot of them and potentially get a little bit of gut upset, or I could just eat some lollies and get them in straight away, or drink a Gatorade or something like that, you know what I mean? So I do prioritize whole foods, but I also do sometimes lean on more processed foods as a tool for nutrition and performance, and also give myself permission all the time to consume soul foods, because honestly life would be so boring without them. Although I am sharing with the world how I eat and how I train, I don't want you to come onto my comments or onto my DMs and tell me that I should be changing this or doing that or being vegan or being carnivore, because I get that all the time. And I have an S&C coach, I have a dietitian, I have a track coach, I have people in my corner and programs that I trust. So basically the purpose of this video is not for you to compare or anything like that, just hopefully it's a nice source of inspiration, or you learn a little thing or two, or it's just a nice reminder to fuel your body if you're not already doing so. But yeah, let's get straight into a full day of eating and training. Morning. So it's currently 5:15 and obviously it's dark outside. Every morning I obviously go on my sunrise walk. Well, not obviously, some of you guys might not know that, but major part of my morning routine. So we're just getting ready to go and I take my dog Ugly Bear, but I'm just gonna make up my little drink. Every morning I start off with electrolytes. I have Dr. Hydrate. This one is lychee lime, and basically you wake up very dehydrated first thing in the morning, and it also just helps me stay on top of my hydration from the second I wake up. So I have half of this on the way, on the drive to the beach, I go on my walk, I don't bring it with me, and then I have the other half on the way home. And then by like 6:30 in the morning, I've already had 750 mils of fluid. Oakley, are you ready for a walk? Do you want to go for a walk? Come on. I had the most beautiful sunrises every morning, and of course the one morning I bring you guys along, we got clouds on the horizon. That's alright, it's still gonna be a good day. Walk is done and I am just loving this time of year. It's like getting a little bit warmer. I can wear shorts and not like a million jackets, and the sun's also rising so much earlier. Like I think it's like a minute earlier every single day, which means now it's only 6:30. It's like broad daylight and I finished my walk, and like the whole day is my oyster. So I love it. If you haven't been watching my vlogs for a long time, in summer, so we're currently at the end of our winter, in summer the sun rises at 4 AM. So I get up at like 3, but then I get home and I finish my walk and like my morning routine by like 5:30 in the morning. It's so weird, but it's also the best. And you also end up getting the whole beach to yourself, because only crazy people get up that hour to go see the sunrise, and that is me. But anyways, so this video is all about like my eating and my training throughout the day. I personally wouldn't say that my walk is like training. It's definitely like being active, but it is purely to walk Oakley, and obviously I get the benefit of seeing the sunrise and moving my body, but it's not about like hitting a certain step count. I don't have like a step goal or anything, and I actually don't even like know how far the walk is, but I can tell you it's not very far. I track it on my Whoop. Normally my Whoop just like automatically picks it up, and I can't tell you how far it is, but I can tell you how many steps we did. And we did 3,000 steps, so I can't imagine it was very far. Probably like high 2 kilometers, maybe 3, if that. But I just walked to like a certain landmark and tire Oakley out so he can sleep for the rest of the day. My morning walk is like a non-negotiable. I do it every single day, no matter how unmotivated I am. Sometimes it might be inside on the treadmill if it's raining, but my motivation to get out the house at like 5 AM and walk is obviously to get Oakley's walk done, because I know I'm not going to want to do it in the afternoon. And also the sunrise is what motivates me more than anything. I'm like, I have so much FOMO. If I wake up, I've slept in, I go on Instagram and there's been this beautiful sunrise and I've missed it. So like that's literally all it is to motivate me to get out of bed. I love it so much. It just, yeah, makes me feel grateful for where I live, because I haven't lived here forever and it was a dream a long time ago. All right, it's time for training, and I feel like today is like the perfect opportunity to bring you guys along, because I'm finally back to normal training. So I've been managing a little niggle for the past like 10 days or so, and so random, but I injured my popliteus muscle, which is like the little muscle behind your knee. So I've had to modify all my training for the past obviously 10 days. Gym hasn't been like too badly affected, but I haven't been able to run. I did run last night and I literally feel on top of the world. So I've got my S&C today and I'm training with my coach. So I tend to do a lot of my more like complex sessions with my coach. So today I have my Ollie lifting, and everything I do in the gym is to supplement what I do on the track. So I'm not training for aesthetics. I don't think I've ever actually trained for aesthetics. It's always to like be faster, be stronger, be more powerful, jump higher, and I absolutely love training that way. First things first is pre-workout. So I have the Naked Harvest one. It's like a super nice and like natural pre-workout. It doesn't have like nasty ingredients that like make you crash and ruin your stomach. So I have a little scoop. This is fruit tingle flavor. And I like to drink this on the way to training, because I find it normally kicks in like the beta alanine like on my lips about half an hour in. So by the time I get to training and do my warm up, it's sort of like time to train. And second thing, non-negotiable before we train, you guys know I'm a massive advocate for pre-training fuel. And seriously, like once you start eating before training, trust me, you will never go back. It is like just essential energy that you need to train. And I don't understand why so many people train fasted, but I'm also not judging you, because I used to be there, but wish that I just started eating before I trained sooner. So I like to have simple carbs, and although I don't track my food, I do track, like, I guess the carbs in my pre-training snack just to make sure I'm having enough. So generally I go for 0.5 grams of carbs to 1 gram of carbs per kilo of body weight. So just say you weigh 100 kilos, you want to have 50 to 100 grams of carbs before you train. So I've got some bread here, and I'm just going to cut it into slices. I actually don't want to toast it. I want to have it fresh. Some banana. Some of my other favorite snacks are like fruit bars, bananas. You can literally have like a teaspoon of honey, like banana bread, crumpets. This bread is also sprouted rye bread, so it looks a little bit weird. I'm just gonna do a little drizzle of honey as well. This is like a super nice, like carb rich snack. We've got our bread, our honey, and our banana. I'm gonna feel strong, I'm gonna move fast, and it's all good. So I have my pre-workout while I'm training, and then I also have another little hit of Dr. Hydrate just to like sip on while I'm training. I feel like most of the time I'm like dragging myself to training, and it's a bit of a grind, but nothing compares to the feeling coming back from being injured and actually being able to train after forced rest. I'm so excited, guys. All right, let's go train. I can get you through this when it hurts and it's bad, yeah. Don't ever feel like you're all alone when it's bad. I can get you through this when it hurts and it's bad, yeah. Don't ever feel like you're all alone when it's bad. Okay, we're freshened up and now it's time to refuel. So for breakfast, I'm having what I have every single day. It is my little brekkie spread. And I'm sure you guys have seen this like 100 million times already, but it's just what I have every single day. So I thought we could make it together. So first step is my veggies. My mum thinks it's really weird that I have like zucchini with my breakfast, but it's just so good. And who said you can't have zucchini with your breakfast? And then we've just got a handful of mushrooms. I just spray the pan with oil, and then I just sprinkle some Celtic salt all over the veggies. 2 English muffins, and I just cut them in half and put them in the toaster. Then while the veggies and my English muffins are heating up, I just heat another small pan on like super low heat. Zucchini's burnt, mushrooms are burnt. The one day I have to show you guys my breakfast, I've absolutely screwed it. Next part is cottage cheese. I think this is probably my favorite food right now. It is so good. I put cottage cheese on all 4 of my muffins. Spread her on like so. And then I always, you know. And then on 2 of my muffins, I have wild caught sockeye salmon. Then I top those muffins with some pickled onions. And then I also add some capers. Okay, and now that my little pan is like nice and hot, I scramble up my eggs. So one thing I've learned, I used to make scrambled eggs like just so gross and like chunky. Whereas now I learned that the best way to do it, if you want them to look like, I don't know, I can't describe it. They look really smooth. The best way to do it is low and slow. So that's why I set the pan to be really low. Some chives as well. This is what I mean by low and slow. And then I just like really slowly like just move it around. I know I just said that cottage cheese is like my favorite food right now, but I think I was lying. My actual favorite food is bread, in this case English muffins, cottage cheese, scrambled eggs, and then hot honey. It's just like the combination of like sweet, spicy, creamy, savory, and bread. Oh my god, you guys have to try it. I keep saying to myself like I would so easily have this for every single meal of the day. Who's stopping me? Why am I not doing that? So not today, because that would be a really boring video for you guys, but we've got some strawberries, a golden kiwi, and some blueberries. And then the final ingredient of this plate is kimchi. At first I was like, this is so gross, but that's because when I first opened it for the first time, it was like really fizzy and I couldn't get around it. Now that it's not fizzy because it's been opened, I actually really quite like it. So I put this on my plate as my little like fermented gut health little addition. So here's my brekkie. You guys can take anything away from this. Just try the combination of hot honey, scrambled eggs, and bread and cottage cheese. So yummy. I just eat my brekkie out in the sun on the deck, get my little daily dose of vitamin D. And I used to have a bit of a problem where I'd have to eat every meal in front of a screen, but I've sort of made it a habit to not bring my phone out here with me and actually mindfully eat, which is a lot harder than you think if you're in the habit of always looking at screens. So yeah, we're just doing a little cafe work stint this morning. So obviously, because I'm at a cafe, I need to buy something. So probably don't need more caffeine, but got a little ice march. And it says...
Is there caffeine in matcha?
Yeah.
Are you sure? It's tea, isn't it?
Boy just said, is there caffeine in matcha? Let's just say no, there's not. Oh, and I added honey too. Much better. Alright, it's lunchtime and I think it would be rude not to make my current favorite lunch. I am so hooked on Greek food at the moment. I think because we're going to Greece soon and I'm just like really excited, so I'm just eating like that. But I have been hooked on this Greek bowl. It's sort of like a salady bowl sort of vibe, but I'm gonna make it and show you guys what I put in it. So my veggies of choice in this bowl are zucchini and cauliflower. Every time I cook veggies in the air fryer, I always spray in olive oil. It just makes it so much better. And then I'm just seasoning with some onion powder and some garlic powder and a little bit of salt. Air fry for around 17 minutes. Then we've got some chicken breast. I get like the little tenderloin, so they're already like cut in little strips for me. I'm just seasoning this with the same. And these I air fry for 13 minutes on 200 degrees. Some lettuce, some sprouts, and we add the rice. And we've got some cucumber, and normal cut up cucumber is just so boring. So I bought one of these little spiral things on Amazon and I spiral my cucumber and it's just so fun. How fun is that? Some baby beetroot into slices, diced tomatoes, red onion, some olives, and also some capers, some parsley, a little dollop of tzatziki. Having scissors and like chopping your chicken from the air fryer is like the best hack if you don't want to have more like dishes to clean. Even though I have a dishwasher, so this is just like extra lazy, but I don't know, I feel like I lose all like the seasoning when I cut it on a plate. My veg looks so good. Like look how crispy the cauliflower is. Now my bowl is overflowing. While I'm stirring this, basically like how I structure all my main meals is I just like to have it balanced. So I have a source of carbs, I have a source of protein, fats, and then I like to call them color, but obviously that's like your micronutrients. So I've obviously got my rice, I've got my chicken, I've got heaps of veg and color, and then my fats is like the one thing that's missing. I'm just about to add it. Now we add our fat. I'm quite generous with the feta because it's seriously just so good. And then I use this Greek seasoning from the brand Mingle. They do like really clean seasonings that don't have like all like extra like additives and stuff. A little bit chaotic. I could definitely make it look a lot better presentation wise, but that's probably what it's going to look like in my stomach anyways. It just hits every time. All right, it's afternoon tea time, and before I eat, I'm gonna have my supplements. Guys, I used to be so consistent with my supplements, and whenever someone would say like, oh, like I take this, but I'm really inconsistent with it, like I just couldn't understand why. I'm like, why do you just not do it every day? And then that became me. So I'm currently doing a little 30-day lock-in because it's 30 days till we leave for Europe, and there's just all these daily errands that I'm trying to get on top of every day, and one of them is my supplements. So I thought we could take them together. So I've just made up a little cordial as my drink because I think I've had enough electrolytes today. These are quite individual to what I do, so don't feel pressured or compare what you take to me. This is just what works for me. So creatine, I actually do highly recommend this if you like take your strength training seriously. No, it won't make you bulky. No, it won't make you gain heaps of weight. Just have your 3 to 5 grams a day, and it is so good for like muscle strength, size, performance. It's also really good for your brain as well. So it's literally just a performance enhancer that's legal. So that's why I take it. So I got my creatine, then one. Beta alanine. So this is like a lactic buffer. So if you're someone that does something where you get lactic acid buildup in your legs, like for me, like speed endurance sessions, or like even just sprinting because my back end is so poor, it's like a good supplement for you. So I take beta alanine. Generally I'm supposed to have it 2 times a day, morning and night, but I'm only having it once today because it's actually in my pre-workout that I had this morning, so I don't need another hit. I actually used to have overnight oats for breakfast every single morning, and I would just put my creatine in my oats, which made it so easy to remember to take it. And then my final supplement, I don't take these all the time. It's like when I go on holidays and I'm trying to like protect my stomach, or situations like now. So because I've had a bit of an injury, I've been on anti-inflams, and I'm not sure if this is like directly going to improve it, but I've just been taking probiotics as like a little protection for my stomach because I know anti-inflams are really bad for it. So I'm having my probiotics. These ones are like minty. They're really good. Now it's time for our snack, and I'm so excited about this. So I like to have my pre-training snack in the morning and then afternoon tea. But if I were to have track tonight and no gym this morning, I would have had a morning snack and then I'd have my pre-training now, if that makes sense. So I meal prep these healthy little like Snickers date bars. All it is dates, and I pushed them down with a little jar. I put some salted caramel yogurt, smooth peanut butter, melted chocolate, then I sprinkled some like crushed nuts, and then I put some salt on top. So, oh, they look so good. I'm gonna have 2 of these, pop the rest in the freezer, and then I have a little savory snack. I loved chomps when I was over in America, so I tried to find like the equivalent. I think they're like pretty much the same over here. It's like an organic beef natural snack stick made with grass-fed and grass-finished beef, sea salt flavor. And it's like a little hit of protein. So yum. Let's crack her open. First, let's try one of these bad boys. I also always melt chocolate with coconut oil, so it's kind of like giving like bounty flavor. Wow, that is amazing. What a combo. It literally tastes like the Snickers like ice cream. Our pantry is so full at the moment that I didn't even see these that I prepped. Normally in my Greek bowl, I always add roasted carrots. They're just so good. So I'm gonna snack on some roasted carrots to make up for it because I don't know how I forgot. Just didn't see them sitting at the back there. I personally hate raw carrots, but I've been roasting them in the air fryer for like 20 minutes. I leave them in a little container and then like dip them into like hummus or cottage cheese, or just eat them like this. They're so good. Normally I use my nights off as an opportunity to make a new recipe or do something fun in the kitchen, but it's already like 7:40 and I've only just like wrapped up my editing. So we're gonna have an easy dinner tonight, and I always lean towards the viral hot honey like beef cottage cheese bowl. It's just so good, minimal ingredients, but I sort of modify it. So I'm gonna show you how I make it and like, I guess what's different to the normal bowl, but I'm sure you guys have all heard of it before because it's literally viral. So first modification is I use pumpkin, not sweet potato. Literally just because I don't like sweet potato for some reason. I like potato and I like pumpkin, but I just can't get around sweet potato. But I'm gonna also pop in some normal potato as well. So we're kind of meeting in the middle. But I just chop this up and then I roast the pumpkin in the air fryer for around like 20 minutes on 190 degrees. The white potatoes don't take anywhere near as long. I pop them on the other side of the air fryer only for like 10 minutes, but on like a higher setting so that they're more like crispy. I've just preheated the oven, lined a tray, and a little side that I like to have in our hot honey bowls is like some roasted smoky cheesy like greens slash veg. So we've got some zucchini, obviously, some baby Brussels and some asparagus that I'll pop in our bowl. So I'm just gonna pop this in and then I'll show you what I season it with. Oil, paprika, and garlic salt. And then on the zucchini, I'm gonna put on some nutritional yeast to make it cheesy. And that's it. Pop it in the oven for like 15 to 20. While I'm waiting for everything to cook, I every night have a Cocoa Zero. It's like my favorite drink in the world at the moment. I love like my little random drinks, and they have so many fun, yum, random drinks at Asian grocery stores. So I found this one at an Asian grocer in Robina, and it's basically like kind of like a bubble tea. Like it tastes like iced tea and there's like boba in it. Or maybe it's jelly, I don't know. But it's so good. This is the mango one and it's just little, so I don't know. It's just the perfect little treat while I cook my dinner. These are seriously so good. I could not recommend enough. However, I have heard that pairing like red meat slash like iron with dairy, apparently the dairy like inhibits the iron absorption, and like just say if you're like iron deficient you wouldn't be getting that iron. Apparently I need to do more research, but I love this too much to care. I'm like, I'm not iron deficient, so I'm gonna eat my cottage cheese and beef anyway. We're working out the big guns for dessert. So I made I prepped last night a ninja creamy. It's a, what is it? Cinnamon maple vanilla flavor, and I still want to sort of have my apple pie yogurt bowl, so I'm kind of going to merge the two. So I'm going to saute some apples while I pop this through the ninja. Look at that consistency. Yum. Oh my god, this is so yum. So in the base, it's just YoPro cinnamon maple syrup. There's a little bit of salt, and I've also added some vanilla colostrum. I'm just testing out colostrum as like a supplement, so I'm not going to comment on it because I've only been having it for a few days, but it's supposed to have so many benefits. So I'm going to go protein crisps, got some, oops, strawberries, some blueberries, our sauteed apples, and these make it 10 times better. They're like freeze-dried apples, even like freeze-dried strawberries make it so good, but something about the freeze-dried texture, like the crunch in yogurt. Choppy sauce. And now I'm just going to ruin the presentation. That same brand that I used at lunch, apple pie flavor, they have like so many. Then the best part of them all, this salted caramel peanut butter that I'm gonna put on top. And you bet I'm gonna be having a few teaspoons out of the jar. Here she is. That is so good. There's like the cinnamon in the base. It kind of tastes like a chai latte a little bit. Now this is my last meal of the day, and I'm gonna go straight to bed after this. So thank you for watching. Hope you guys like this video. Let me know if you have any questions. I tried to obviously explain the recipes as well as I could, but if I miss anything, please let me know. And yeah, let me know if you want more of these, because I'm always exploring new fun little meals and I love sharing them with you guys. So Thanks for watching, and I will see you next week.